Just to, I suppose, support my colleague in his call for extra personnel to the Cavan Monaghan district, I would just point out to you that since 2014, of the 1,400 recruits that have come through Templemore, a small 44 of those recruits have come to the division of Cavan Monaghan. My colleague here, Deputy Jim O'Callaghan, kindly came to Cavan for a day and visited Monaghan Garda Station, visited Bailieborough Garda Station, and if we're really to address rural crime, as is so important, it's about personnel. Minister, can I ask you here today, my understanding is that there's not one Garda appointed to community policing in the whole entire division. Now, if we're serious about rural crime, that is the first piece of work that has to be done and put in place, is to have Gardaí and personnel officially appointed to that role.
Thanks, Deputy Minister.
The deputies will be pleased to hear that in terms of Cavan Monaghan Division Garda numbers from December 09 to 17, in recent times they're on the up. 15, 318, 16, 318, 17, 229, more on the way. A number of new recruits have been assigned to the Cavan Monaghan Division. Garda numbers, taking into account of retirements, have increased to over 13,500 at the end of the year. That's a net increase of 600 since the end of 16. And I'm pleased that funding is in place to maintain at this high level of investment in the Garda workforce. I want to assure both Deputy Smiths that I will continue in the context of my ministry to ensure that we have recruitments out of Templemore in order to ensure proper and adequate policing. I know Deputy Brendan Smith has been in contact with me regarding a number of Garda stations, and he will be pleased to note that the final report of the Garda Commissioner in relation to a pilot programme recommends that Bawn Boy Garda Station in County Cavan be one of 6 stations to be included in the pilot. Deputy Brendan Smith has been making representations to me on that, again I would be happy to keep him fully informed of developments. But I wish to assure both Deputy Brendan Smith and Deputy Niamh Smith that the situation in Cavan Monaghan will be kept under review in the light of the challenges